So here it's been coming as 644. So for the user, we'll get both read and write, and group user, all the users belongs to the group, they'll get only the read access, and for all other groups, they'll get the read access. So here, frankly speaking, this was weighted, this weighted number or numeric format of this one is called like 644. Okay, and 644 is the default permissions that you would get. So the mask which will be used, okay, like defaultly, which will be nothing but 122. That is what like user mask. Mask is the one like see that when you add both of them together, okay, like so it should be coming as 777. Okay, like so here the user mask is okay, like sorry one. It should be 133, something like that. So 133 is the mask and 644 is the default bits. When you combine all together, it should come as 777. Yes. So the default user mask value is this 644. Another question is, can we change it? Yes, you can change that one. Uh, any values, any default values in the Hadoop, okay, like it. The answer is yes, you can change all the default values. Okay, like, but let me see whether I could get that one or not. If not, maybe in the next class, that the directory, here it is. Okay, this is what it will give you. But if you add a queue option, it will give you a lot of other information related to the quota. There is a concept called like a quota uh, in in here, especially in the HDFS. So you could say how much quota it has, and it has INF means infinite. Okay, like how much space is available, how much space is being allocated for this user, like that. Okay, like so, and it will give you again directory count, file count, size, and path. Only thing is it will give you here because HDFS, maybe there is a reason probably you are getting as none here and infinite here. Otherwise, you sometimes you will also see some other numerical numbers as well. Uh, this is the how much quota that has been allocated for HDFS, how much remaining space quota, how much remaining quota is there, how much space has been allocated, and how much remaining space is there. Okay. There is another option called minus Q and minus H as well. H is again human readable format, so you can see the size in readable formats like kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, like that. There is another one called verbose. I think this will give you much more verbose manner, like having a header and everything. So here you can see this one: quota, remaining quota, space quota, remaining space quota, directory count, and file count, content size, and then path name. So if you add the V option, V stands for the verbose, it will give you both header and also the corresponding values. So you could remove this. This will give you directory count, file count, what is the size of the content, and path name. This is about count. This command is count. Are you guys noting down? Next one, copy command. I think we already covered it. Copy will simply copy the file from one HDFS directory to another HDFS directory. And move, we already covered. Move the file from one directory to another directory. Next one is Um, there is one file, let me see, chicago.text, um, CLS will give you exactly the size and everything. So it got around 133,000 bytes in size. So let's put as ls minus h and then see that how much size it has. So it's around 130 kilobytes, right? So 130 kilobytes, there is a command called truncate. The truncate, as the name indicates, it will, uh, what do you call it? It will truncate the file size until the value that you specified. Okay. Um, for example, so before that, you just remember how you guys are already seeing what is the size, and then truncate will expect some value here. Let's put 100K. Earlier it has like 133, right? 133,000. So now I'm giving us 100,000. Now the size of the file will become the 100,000. Earlier, what is the real size? 133. Now it become 100. Not much useful, but they provided. Okay, like so. I don't know in which scenarios this command will be really useful. I never used it in my life. Okay. Not much useful at all. Please don't unmute unless you want to talk to me directly. Uh, I'm hearing a lot of echo. Not sure from which user. Okay, this is about the truncate. As I indicated, not much usage on this one, but they provided this command. Next one. Let's move to the next. After truncate. Okay, that's about truncate. Now we'll see that how to remove a file from HDFS. Okay, like so that is also very important. Most of the times we will be deleting the file from HDFS very often. So command is rm. Rm typically used to remove a file from local file system. So HDFS, DFS, RM will remove a file from HDFS. Okay. Whenever you remove a file, a directory from HDFS, okay, what it does is it will not delete the file permanently, but it will move the file into a trash. It's same as like your Windows operating system, right? Whenever you delete a file, it will go to the trash bag, right? It will go to the trash, and then like after some time, the trash will be cleared off. In Windows, I don't think it is a timer based, right? But the trash will be kept forever until you empty the recycle bin, right? There will be a recycle bin on the Windows, and all your deleted folders will go into that. But here in HDFS, you could see this one. Okay, like so, there is a deletion intervals called 360 minutes. That means 6 hours. Okay, like so. your data would be available in the trash folder for 6 hours. But after the 6 hours, your data would be automatically deleted, automatically would be gone. This is very, very handy in case if you accidentally delete some files and directories, and if you want to get it back after you realized your mistake. So this trash will always help. So the trash is nothing but there is a directory in HDFS. So this is the directory, that highlighted one, slash user slash HDFS dot trash dot current slash current. So basically for the user level, you go to the dot trash and then there will be a current because that is a current trash, and then it will delete everything from there after 6 hours. So until the 6 hours, you could get it your file back. Let's go and see that. Okay, of course, this is what I will also explain other one here, HDFS, DFS, LS. Always your, this is the complete path of HDFS. So this also would work. If you go to the current and then, oh sorry, I might have uh, uh, given the option as uppercase R will give you all the files and directories in the recursive manner. So here, if you see, you could see that chicago.txt file of the same size in this directory, user HDFS class Chicago, like that. It will maintain the directory structure as well. Okay. So in HDFS, there are multiple ways how you specify your file location. Okay. One is with um, let's try LS only. Okay, like so. I will show you different combinations of LS. Or since I removed the file, right? Let's try to put the file back. HDFS, DFS, LS, class, Chicago.txt. This is one. This is one way you represent the path. Another one is user HDFS slash Chicago.txt. Because if you don't start your path with a slash, that means it is all related to your user level directory, user level home directory. For HDFS user, the home directory in HDFS is slash user slash HDFS. So that is the reason you could see that one. There is another way. You can also specify HDFS and uh, your host name sandbox.com, and then there is a port. It's called 8020. This is the port for the name node. I'm not sure whether you remember the name node schema that we talked about 3 weeks back, maybe 4 weeks back. Chicago.txt. Okay, this is also one way. All the 3 ways you could specify that command. Okay, you could give completely on that. This is typically they use the first name, or there are a lot of representation. Okay, it's called like a default file system. That is also one way. Okay, like so people would be changing now. Let me see what is the. from sandboxhardovans.com. So anyway, uh, so this is another way how you represents the complete path starting with the HDFS. Okay. One is HDFS, one is with slash user and without having slash. Okay, like these are the three different ways that you could uh, specify the location of your files or directories in HDFS. I got a question. Let me see one more time. When we truncate the file, will any data be lost? Of course, data would be lost. Yes, you will lose the data. That is almost like real truncation. Okay, like so. Uh, how it will do that internally? That's a different topic altogether. Okay, like so as end user, we need not worry about that. How many blocks are there? How many blocks it will rewrite and all that kind of stuff. That is all different thing. Yes, your file would be really truncated. We covered remove, right? RM we already covered. There is a RM upper R as well. So recursively it will remove everything. Okay. And there is a F as well. That is a forceful. Okay. There is a one more option to delete a file and directory. As I indicated already, that will be moved into your trash folder. Okay. But if sometimes you want to skip even the trash, you don't want to, I mean, you are 100% sure that you don't want to keep in the trash even for 6 hours. You want to delete the data immediately. So for that, there is an option called skip trash. Okay. Try that skip trash. And also I do have Chicago class and then directory 1, okay, or directory 2. Let's remove this entire directory recursively in forceful manner and also you skip from trash. So that will be permanently deleted, entire directory from HDFS. Not sure how it's being locking off. Anyway, uh, we covered truncate, we covered move, we covered remove, and we covered all the options available in the remove. I don't think any other option is there in the remove options. Minus F, minus R, minus skip trash. Okay, like these are the things important. Let's move from another one, another command. Yeah. Before that, I want to create some files. Okay, like so. Let's say first dot file, 100, 200, 300, and let's create second dot file, 400, 500, and then 600. VI third dot file. So I have the first dot file, second dot file, third dot file. So what I would do is HDFS mkdir class and my test directory. Okay. And HDFS DFS put start.py class and then test. You could give this asterisk symbol so that like all these files will be copied over to class.test. Let's see that. Okay. So you have all the files, first, second, third, all the files. So Now I'll show you the command uh, HDFS, DFS, get merge. This is the command which will help you to merge some set of files from HDFS. So here I could give just like that, okay, like class and test. I think get merge will take all files dot file. So here again all files will be there. It will get and merge. Okay, like see I got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. So it will merge all the contents of the given files in this directory. Of course, you can also give some class test asterisk.file, okay, like that. If you want to restrict your number of files to get merged, you could also do that one. There is another command um, here, get merge. There is an option called new line. New line NL stands for new line. What it does is uh, it will add a new line for every end of file. So the these are the contents. Suppose, for example, these are the contents from the first file, and then it will find a new line. Sometimes what would happen is not every file will be ended up with the new line field. So in that scenarios, this option would help and get that one. You could also try to run now. Okay, let's see that what would happen. On cat all files underscore with new line. See, for each file, it will append a new line. Here there is a new line, this is a new line. Add a new line at the end of the file. This is about get match. Okay, get match. Not down this. Not down the command get match. Next command is find. Find is also pretty similar to Unix level find command. Okay, like so. Uh, but it got some. But Unix side find command is uh, very reliable and very strong in terms of the options and all the stuff. Here the find is not that much reliable, but we could see that one. Maybe let's see test. So this will display wherever the test directory exists in HDFS. Similarly, wherever the file, whatever it is, like so, find, and this will be the beginning of the path from where to look on, and name indicates that the file name should have test. It will display everything. The usage is pretty much same usage of the local operating system command. Okay, like so even the local find will give you the similar results. I don't know here I will give a dot like that. Okay. And this is the local command, local Unix command, and this is your HDFS command. Again, where is this slash test? Where is this slash test? This slash test is in HDFS. So slash user HDFS, this is in HDFS. Okay. Don't confuse your local directories with HDFS directories because both will look like similar. So that is the reason I'm asking. Don't confuse with local operating system path with HDFS path. Okay. Um, we covered find, and next one is expunge. This expunge command, what it does is, do you remember like we put some file into the trash, okay, like earlier? Um, okay, here it is. There is a command called hdfs dfs expunge. This will technically it should empty the trash. Okay, like but again, there are some policies in the configuration. You could set that even though you try to expunge, but still you could keep the data in the trash for this interval like that. Okay, like so. Um, I could say whether it's working or not, but here it worked. What did wait until that 6 hours of the trash interval? It will simply empty everything in the trash. So that's what expunge means. Even expunge also will not have any use. I don't think any people would use it, but there is a command. Okay. If you want to empty the trash immediately, okay, like you could run that. Okay, expunge, we cover that. And next one is test. There is a command test. So sometimes this command also will be very, very useful. This test, what it does is, it will test that whether any file exists in HDFS or not. But you may not see the value immediately. Oh yeah, you need to give some flag. Test minus F minus E minus D. Okay, like so each one has one thing. Okay, like so. But the test you can script. Okay, like that, and then you could able to see what do you call it? The written status. Okay, like so. I will show you. I will try to create a small shell script, and then I will show you how this test command would work. Let me complete the remaining ones, and then just remind me. I will show you how this test would work by calling from a script. Another one is touch touch G. Okay, like so. What it does is it will just create a file. Oh, sorry. It will try to create a file. There is a touch file typically in the Unix world. Okay, like so. Touch G is also there in some of the Linux flavors. Okay, like but if you see this file, typically this file will be created with 0 bytes. When you say like touch, it just like touch the file, or it will. Frankly speaking, it will change the timestamp, and it will not change any of the contents. See here now. Now it become 438. Earlier it was 437. Without changing any of the contents, you just touch that command will work for that. Similarly, not exactly the similarly, but we do have a command in HDFS called like touch G. Okay, like so class. I can always say 0 size file. This touch G indicates exactly like about zero, okay, like zero size. Here you can see this one. So it has a size of G. Yeah, okay. Typically, I'm sorry, I'm using this US slang here. In US, they don't call jet, they'll call G. Okay, like so, yeah, it's jet. Touch G or touch jet. Anyway, next one. Um, Set replication factor. Set replication factor, whenever you run ls class chicago.txt, here the default replication factor in a cluster is nothing but 3. Okay, so this number in ls indicates the replication factor set for that file. Okay, defaultly it is a 3, right? You guys remember, like I shown you that there are three replicas of the same block will exist in three different nodes. So uh, uh, default replication factor is 3. Always name node will make sure that um, replicas will always exist at all the times. Okay. This replication factor you could also change, and also you could set to particular directory level. If I put this replication factor at some directory level, let me see that what directories that I do have here in class. I do have directory one here, or maybe let's go and create a new directory. Why not? Right? So class directory two. I'm going to create a new directory here, and HDFS, GFS. Let's put some file, simple file. Okay, like .g class directory two zero size file. Okay, so since default application is 3, so I got the replication factor here. The size is official size is of course it is 0 because we use the .g command to create this file, and this is the file path. Okay, this is the timestamp then when it was created. That's good. Now what we'll do is HDFS GFS and set the replication factor. Okay, like so, and we need to give that how much is that one. We could say class directory 2. So I set replication factor at the directory level. What would happen that existing files? You could see that it being set the replication factor as 1. Earlier it was 3 here, now it was 1. This will be useful. I mean, sometimes you don't want to change the default replication, but if there is some territory where you are storing much more um, sensitive data, where you want to keep at minimum as 5 replications or 6 replications, okay, whatever may be the reason. So only for that directory you set as a 5 or 6. But now, whenever I want to put some file, whenever let's try to create another one. Hmm. So the new file has still the replication factor as 3, but when you rerun this command again, probably it will change everything inside that. So here it's saying that replication 1 is set for the file, replication 1 is set for this file. So for all the files, okay, like it will try to set that one. That's good. That is the purpose of the set rep command. Set replication, rep, short form for the replication factor. Uh, let's move to the next command. It's called hdfs dfs stat of. Let's go to queue some file here. Indicate it as a it's displaying only timestamp of the file, but the start, okay, like so, it will give the statistics. It's let me put that way. It's very simple. And F indicates size, I guess. Sorry, F indicates the type of the file, whether it's a regular file or not, a regular directory. And U U G B. This much I remember. Let me see that. B stands for the blocks. G stands for the group name. Uh, U stands for username, I guess. Okay, like, and there is something called like a replication factor. You could see the replication factor and the user. U stands for username, modification date, something like this, and block size. This one is the block size. O is for block size, and U. Okay, let me see that like this. So it's just like a regular file, and the username is HDFS, group name is also HDFS, and the block size and the size is here. This B stands for the size 133713. This one is the block size. Our block size is 128 MB. So 128 you convert into a bytes. This one is bits. How many bytes that one? How many bytes has? Sorry, yeah. How many bytes are there in 128 megabyte? Can you find out quickly? 128 megabyte multiplied by 1024 will give me in kilobyte multiplied by 24 will give me in bytes. So 134217728. That's correct. So 128 megabyte is the block size. Also varies from file to file if you want to. Okay, like so default block size is 128 MB. 64 MB is the default size, but here in the Hot cluster, they set it back to the 128. In Hot especially, they set it to the 128. But for any given directory or for any given file, we could also specify the block size. Okay, so I mean, you could increase or you could decrease the block size. Uh, what else? Name, block size, equivalent account, type of the file. B is there is a replication factor also. Okay, you could also get the replication factor, name of the user, and Okay, let's try to get the replication factor again. UG here, let's try to here. R is the replication factor. Okay, so for this file, replication factor is 3. So this is the statistics command, and we could give for another file class dr1, right? And we set something to zero size file dot text. Oh, a directory 2, I guess. Yeah, it's called regular file HDFS. Here we see this replication factor as 1, and then the size of the file, and this one is called block size. This is about the start command. There is a text command. This text, what it does is, okay, like if there is any compressed format, that file will be, and if it is already in text file, I don't think it will accept that. Maybe it will throw error or something. Let me see that. That one too. Oh, it's giving. So if you zip the file chicago.zip chicago.text file, okay, like, and then HDFS GFS put -s chicago.zip to class, and try text one to chicago.zip. See, so but if it is in any other compressed format that Hadoop is going to support, Hadoop is going supporting, like Parquet, okay, like Parquet with zip, um, LGO, okay, like LGO compression. There is a bzip2 compression. So if the file is compressed on that, you could use this text command, okay, like to um, decode that and generate the data. Okay, that is about the text one. Text start, and there is a attribute commands. Okay, like so we'll go through that, and then after that I will take any questions. Okay, like I think pretty much we covered a lot of commands. Uh, Attributes. Um, what are the attributes? So you could give class a test. So here I do have 3 files here on the test directory. So what attributes are something I can set some key value pairs for this HDFS directory. So how we could set some key value pairs for this HDFS directory? By giving attribute. Here it's not, they will not call it key value attributes. It's called like set file attribute. And then you can give minus n. I would say user, and then my attribute. Okay, like this is the name of the attribute that I'm giving, and then the value is, okay, like testing data, testing underscore data. This is my value for the entire directory. You can give a multiple attributes. It need not be one, but you could define the same thing. My attribute testing. This is something else. Okay, like um, my own value extra. like this. Any attribute, any key, this is the key name, attribute value that you could set for this data. Next one is, okay, you set this data. How can I see that? What attribute that this file has? So minus n user my attribute, and then you could say class and test. Here you could see this one. The file name is class test, and it has the attribute called user my attribute called testing data. There is the other one. You could remove that particular one, and then you give R. I think it will list down all the attributes set for the data. Um, okay. Let me see what is this D stands for. Okay, D stands for the uh, dump all the attributes set for that one. So this has two attributes. One is called like user.my attribute, user.my attribute extra, my one value. That corresponding values are like this. So these are the attributes that you could set for a given directory or even in a file. Uh, for example, I set for the directory level, right? So what would happen if I try to get at the file level? It's not like this. There are no attributes exist for that file. So you need to set them. Okay, like so. I think while setting also there may be some command um, where it will set for all subdirectories and everything under that. Okay, like otherwise, unless you set that one, it will not display any of the values. Suppose even if you go to the class here, suppose I give the other one. Okay, like class Chicago text does not have anything. Class directory one does not have anything. So the only whatever the directory that you set as its attributes, only for them only it will get displayed. So this is if you want to add some more additional information on top of the files and directories, so you could use that. People would use this attributes one. Okay, like so they'll try to tag that. Okay, like so like marketing data, testing data. Okay, like so sales data, payroll data like that. So people would use that. This is an example for get file attributes and also get set attributes. So both of them shall use it. Okay. I think with this one, pretty much we covered all the 30 options. Maybe I might have missed some of them. Okay, like so how to see all the options? HDFS, space DFS, enter. Okay, so you could see that everything. Oh, append to file. Yeah, that one required some of the configuration changes. That's why I skipped it. But as the name indicates, you could append to the existing file. Okay, I don't think it's really a big thing there. Snapshot. Okay, like it will create a snapshot directory. Okay, like everything on the current HDFS. So you could give the snapshot name every day like that. Um, the data would be preserved and data would be copied over, and then you could reference that whenever you want to. I'm not using people would be using create snapshot as well. DF, DU, expand, find, get FSCL, get a attribute, get merge, help, LS, NTDR, move from local. Okay, like move to local. Move from local, it's not been implemented so far. Okay, like so it's still people are doing. Move to local, MB, put, rename snapshot. These three are create, delete, rename, or delete to the snapshot. We need not worry about that one. RM directory. RM directory is the one like which will delete the entire directory. Set of attribute, set replication, stat, or tail. Yes, I don't think tail I covered that. Tail, test, text, we already covered. Touchy, we covered. Truncate, we covered. Usage, and then you give the command. Okay, like it will give you that. So now we'll see the tail. Tail got missed. So HDFS, DFS. Oh, before that, I'll see the tail. Okay, and Chicago, not text. So this will give you the last 100 bytes, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Last 100 bytes from the file, it will try to display there. 1000 bytes, I think, probably. Last 1000 bytes. So, but you could also specify that how many bytes that you want to read from the bottom of the file. Okay, like so. Similarly, head will be used um, from the beginning of the file, and tail will be used from the end of the file. Okay. Head they are not implemented in HDFS. Okay, like so. Um, Maybe one of you can commit the code, can go ahead and then can commit the code, can return the code, and then submit to the open source community. Okay, like so, then they will take it if they like that one. So this is the type. So it will always give you the from the bottom of the file how many bytes that you need to read and then send that. So that is about type. Similar to your Linux command, okay, like tail on the local system will behave the same way here. But tail will work only for the text files in HDFS. It will not work for any other file formats. And the next one is test command, right? I asked you to remember me. So this one, this 0 indicates that command has been successfully run. Let's change that. Something in the wrong file name. Okay. So I given the wrong file name. So that file is not exist in the HDFS. So this command, this test command will return you the 1. So if the file exists, this command will give you 0. There are a couple of ways that uh, you could test this one, and also you could put in the if loop, something like this. Like this probably. Then echo something like this. So file does not exist. I hope that would work. Okay. I think I need to have under probably. Oh, sorry. Let me try this. Too many arguments. I don't know. I'm seeing them, but it look like the same syntax, so we can also do one more thing. So if then this, that's good. So if one, that's good. Thank you. Probably I need to make it reverse. Yeah, I'm not sure how to put that into the if loop. Okay, like so, but this is also one. This is also another way. Okay, like so. Here, what we're doing is we're calling the. I'm not sure about the if loop. Probably it's not working out. If maybe let me try like this. So this one greater than 0, then I think this should work. So that means file does not exist, else file exists. Yeah, I think hopefully this should work. So Chicago exists, and if I remove that, okay, got it. So here I run this command, and then next one is this dollar question mark will give you the status of the previous command. So if this command is returning whatever the value that will be captured in this uh, shell variable. Okay. So dollar question mark. If it is greater than one, sorry, greater than zero, that means if it has one, okay, then it means file does not exist at all. And if it is zero, then it means its file exists at all. So this is how you could use this command. But if you run this command here, you will not be able to identify that. You will not be able to see that one. That might be return back the value, but you need to capture that. Okay. So if you like this, you need to capture the return value or anything like that. Or you could also use that inverted quotes and then capture the value and then you display that. That is also one way. Maybe let's say try in different way. Instead of putting into, I think what you call this, a result equal to like this. Yeah, it's also might work. So dollar result. Hmm. No. Anyway, this is not working. I'm not sure by putting into inverted quotes how can I capture them. Anyway, this one is working. Okay, that's all I had it for HDFS commands. So we learned almost everything, all the options in the HDFS. So next class, uh, we'll continue our map reduce journey, or else I will start with the hive and then I will come back to the map reduce afterwards. Okay, so either of them we will start in the Tuesday, on the Tuesday morning. Any questions? Is it clear? No? Okay, if you don't have questions, I would like to take sign off for today. Okay, let's catch up again in the next class. Um, Let me see that by the time maybe I'll fix my Eclipse issue that I'm facing with the MapReduce Java code. Okay, like so. If so, then we'll continue the MapReduce. Otherwise, I will take the Hive class, and then once I finish the Hive, and then I'll go back to the MapReduce, and then we'll finish the Pig script or later on. Meanwhile, I will also cover uh, probably some time on the yarn. Okay, like so everything all together, like yarn resource manager, application master. Okay, like and what is a node manager? How does it works and everything. When we use get merge in a directory having multiple file types, then which files will get merged? Merge will happen only for text files. It will not able to merge if it is a zip format or if it is a Parquet, ARC, ORC format or any other formats, binary format, sequential, it will not able to merge the data. So it's only text files, then only it will merge the data. So chain division people, they're asking that when we use get merge in a directory having multiple file types, then which files will get merged? Only the, I think it will throw error if there is a other format exists in that. It will work only for text files. Okay, that's cool. Any other questions? Okay, thank you for joining today class. Okay, let's continue for the next one. Thanks, guys.